What's going on, Recovery fam? Darren here again. Um, Sorry for the late video, you guys, about the update on the doctor's appointment. Excuse me. Um, I've just been really busy. Um, so yeah, yesterday I had the appointment. Wow, what an ordeal that was getting there. I have my driver's license, of course, but right now I don't have a car. Um, I don't really have anything right now, you guys. I'm starting from ground zero. Um, but like I said, I don't have a car right now, and this doctor's office is, well, obviously you got, most of you guys aren't from where I'm from, so it wouldn't make sense if I told you exactly where, but it's quite a ways away. So I had to take 3 buses to even get into the city that my doctor's office is, and so that was an ordeal all in itself. So I take the 3 buses. I'm in the city that the doctor's office is in. I have like an hour to get there, to walk there, and because it's kind of tricky to get there too. And I don't have a phone right now. Um, all I have is if I'm on Wi-Fi, I have a phone. If not, I don't. So I couldn't just put the address in and walk my way there. No, I had to like write down directions before I left, and yeah, it was just a mess. So yeah, like I said, I took the 3 buses. I get off. I have an hour to get myself to my doctor's office. Um, Long story short, I'm lost. I'm lost as hell, and I'm starting to freak out a little bit because it was really hard for me to get into this place, and um, everything's riding on this appointment. Everything, in my mind at least. Um, so I was freaking out. I I I'm asking people, can you please, tell me where this is or where do I go? Da da da. I asked one woman. She sent me in the completely wrong direction. Say I'm supposed to be walking north. She sent me south. Um, you know, and things just started adding up, and I started to like, anxiety started building. I started to get frantic at this point, you guys. Um, and it's kind of a stranded feeling. I had no idea where I was. I didn't have a phone, no car. It was just me trying to figure out where the hell to go. Um, so I started to freak out. Long story short, my appointment was at 3:30. It's like 3:15 at this point, and I'm losing my mind at this point. I can't even call the doctor's office and say, "Look, I'm going to be a little bit late." Um, and usually with these kind of doctors, like Suboxone doctors or any doctor that prescribes like controlled substances, they're very strict with like being there on time. A lot of people, if you're not there on time, especially for the first appointment, you're done. Not only are you done, but you're gonna get charged a hell of a lot of money. Like $100. That's a hell of a lot of money to me right now. Um, so I was freaking out. Um, so at this point, I'm about ready to give up. I'm breaking down at this point. Like in public, I'm breaking down. I see this woman walking across the street. I'm walking kind of towards her. I'm on the other side of the street, and she's dressed very nice. Like she's a good-looking girl. Or not girl. I mean, she was a grown-ass woman, but she was good-looking. You could tell that she was dressed really nice. Looked like a business lady or something. So I approach her. I'm like, "Excuse me, I'm really sorry to bother you, but I'm trying to get to my doctor's appointment, and I'm lost. And like I said, you guys, I'm frantic at this point. I'm dripping sweat. I'm about to start crying. Like I said, I mean, the anxiety just started to overcome me. Just started to overcome everything. And she was probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. Approaching this woman, I was like, oh God, don't even try. Like I said, just how nice she was dressed. I mean, she looked like she had places to be, and you know, but she ended up being, I'll probably never forget this lady, you guys. I mean, this gave me like motivation to do this. Um, Long story short, she pulls out her phone, um, puts in the address of where I'm supposed to go. We realize that on foot I'm still about like a half hour away. Half hour walk. And you know, when I heard, I break down at this point. You know, I'm literally like starting to cry. Um, you know, it was really embarrassing, but I didn't even have space emotionally to be embarrassed. You know, it was just so much anxiety, and you know, like I said, she was just so freaking cool, and you know, didn't lose her patience at all, and I wasn't losing my patience with her. I was still very, you know, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for, you know, even trying. And so she says, you know, I'm not even from here, or else I would just give you a ride, you know, exactly where it is. She does something that um, I'll never forget. She says, you know what? I'm just gonna call you an Uber. Keep in mind, you guys, I have no money. I have nothing right now. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. Nothing. So yeah, like I don't even really know what to say right now about that. She literally says, you know what? I'm just gonna call you an Uber, and like not in like a oh what like you know just trying to get rid of me type of thing. No, like she really like wanted to help, and you know that just really touched me. Um, so yeah, she literally calls me an Uber, um, and the ride, you know, gets to me in like 3 minutes, and she pays for it, and I got to my appointment on time. If she would have not done that, I would have not made my appointment. I would have had no way to call and let them know. I would have had, you know, it wouldn't have happened. And I would have started at ground zero. I'm not. I tried my best to explain to her like just how important, like how how much what she did meant to my life. Um, and it was like a 3 minute drive, if that, like 2 or 3 minute drive, and you know, it's things like that, you guys. I mean, I really owe paying it forward, you know, and I can't wait. Um, I mean, on her phone, I mean, she let me call my dad before this, you know, to see if he could just come, you know, but he's an hour drive away, you know, we start kind of arguing on the phone. But long story short, so I have her number, you know, I have a way to get in contact with her again, and I feel like the best way that I can repay her for what she did for me is to make sure this works. Um, you know, I can't wait to be able to text her and be like, look, this is exactly why I was going there, and because you did that, you know, my life is getting better. It's getting to where I want it to be, where I need it to be. So I'm very excited for that, and I'm just so touched that she did that. So that's my journey of getting to the doctor. When I get there, um, it did not go how I thought it would. Everybody was very nice, very cool. My doctor's awesome, but you know, he's asking me all these questions. I'm still like very worked up about the whole thing, and you know, like I said, he's asking me like questions like, hey, do I have siblings and everything. So we get to the end of it, and you know, he says, you know, yeah, you're a good candidate. You know, I want to accept you as a patient. And I'm thinking I'm gonna leave with Suboxone. You know, I'm thinking, you know, yes, you know, I'm gonna start this today, and we're all gonna be good. It's not what happened. He basically says, you know, they have to do a urine analysis, they have to do a UA, a drug test first, send it out, get the results back, make sure that I don't have any opiates, you know, besides Suboxone in my system, and then start the medication from there. And, you know, I was not expecting to hear that, you know, so that kind of shot me down big time. So, um, I got to go in on Monday or Tuesday. They said it doesn't matter what. Give them a sample of my urine. I guess on Wednesday, um, all the samples or whatever get sent out to the lab, and on Friday the results come back. And just as long as I have no opiates in my system besides Suboxone, on Friday we start. And this isn't this is not a forever program. This is perfect, you guys. This is absolutely perfect. So it's an 18-month program, so a year and a half exactly, a year and 6 months. Um, we're gonna start off at a very low dose and work my way up to what works for me. And it sounds like we're gonna level out to max out at about 8 to 12 milligrams a day, and that'd be like the max. Where you're not going above that, and that's gonna make it way easier to get off. And because at the 13-month mark is when we're gonna start tapering, so that when 18 months comes around, I'm off. And during that time, I'm going to be building the foundation. One of the big requirement is at least 2 times a month I have to do counseling to deal with my anxiety, and the anxiety leads to depression. So deal with my anxiety and depression, and that's a requirement, for me to do this, and that's perfect. So 2 times a month I have to do counseling, and I see him once a month. And yeah, I mean, it's just perfect, you guys. This isn't one of those doctors where it's like, starting at 24 milligrams and then go up. No, I mean, you'll never get off at that point. We're not going to be going above 12 milligrams a day. And I don't need any more than that. I don't even need any more than 8 milligrams a day. And I'm just going to be very honest with it. And because I want this to work. I'm not doing this to get drugs or whatever. I'm doing this because I need to. And it's just perfect, you guys. I'm really excited about this. I'm really, really, really excited about this. If you're going to do Suboxone, I'd say this is the way to do it. As of Friday, that's when I start. From that mark, I'll be under his care for 18 months, a year and a half. Like I said, for up until when 13 months comes, we're going to start the taper process. And I'm not going to be coming off of some crazy amount, and by the time 18 months comes around, I should be tapered off. That's how long his program is. And that's just perfect, you guys. That's perfect. By that time, I'll have, my nursing school starts October 14th. That's a month long. And then after that, I apply to take my state test to get my license. So, probably about 2 months after October 14th, I'll be a certified nurse assistant. And I'll be on my Suboxone plan, and I'll have a date to start tapering off of it. And I'll be working in my field, you know what I mean? I've already been working in my field for a while by the time that 13 months comes around. Easy, for a good while, And it's just beautiful, you guys. I mean, just a week ago, I didn't see the light. I had no plan, no real plan, and I just made it happen. And it wasn't perfect. It's still not perfect, but you can't make any excuses. I don't have a car. I don't have a phone. I don't have any money. I don't have anything. But still, I made it happen. And everything added up to make me not, I could have just quit, I could have just never gone to this appointment. I could have just never tried to make this appointment because it was hard to even get the appointment, I could have just said, forget it. I'm not even going to try and go, because I was lost and everything else, but I made it happen. And it's worth it, I feel it's a really rewarding feeling right now. And if you're wondering, he prescribed me like baclofen, which is kind of like somewhat of a muscle relaxer, and God, what else was it? Baclofen, and I can't even remember what it was, but I didn't fill them, I don't, whatever. So yeah, Monday or Tuesday, it'll probably be Tuesday, I'm going to go in there, give him some of my urine. I know there's no opiates in it, and I know there's not going to be, and we're going to get started on Friday. So Friday's the day. I'm going to keep you guys posted on everything that's going. We got about 10 seconds left. Thank you guys so much for the support. I love you, Recovery fam. Thank you so much. Keep fighting, you guys. I'll I'll see you guys probably later today. I love you. Thank you, Recovery Fam.